Sophians, welcome back to another episode of SOPHI Radio. We are your hosts. My name is Ina.
I'm Diane.
And I'm Muffet.
Thank you. We're happy to be here. So guys, how's it going? What's up?
How's your month, week?
Yeah, I was asking for you to answer it, not ask again.
My week was okay, I guess. A lot of stress here and there, but I got through.
How about you, Muffet?
I'm doing good, Yan. Doing better than I ever was. That was a Taylor Swift reference, in case you don't know. So, how about you, Yan? I heard
Thank you
that.
for asking. I was actually fishing for that.
You were waiting for this moment.
I'm good. I've been active, and doing lots of stuff and work too.
Yeah, you just had your leave, right?
Yeah, but it was for my niece's birthday. But why are we even talking about personal stuff? Let's talk about something that's relevant, okay? So, July, as we know it, is the nutrition month, right? How many years have we left the house of our high school?
July is usually the acquaintance celebration month.
No, June is the acquaintance.
No, July. June, July-ish. During those months.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, we're off tangent.
Okay, we're off tangent.
What we usually did before was in high school, we had our Nutrition Month activities, we had slogan making contests.
Yeah, that all sorts of
Slogan making contest.
Headdress making, I don't know, put fruits on your head.
Go grow and glow foods.
Correct.
Yeah.
We had a paunay.
Yeah, and we also had feeding program.
Feeding programs?
Or like when your TLE teacher cooks stuff and she sells it during recess. And you buy the supposedly healthy options, but it has lots of sugar,
I remember.
The champorado.
Yeah, I remember the champorado.
Champorado healthy.
It's flushed with carbs and sugar, but it's advertised as healthy during that time.
I think only me and Diane can
Yeah,
relate to this because we had the same schools when we were in high school.
Shout out to Chitadini. But Muffet is also a neighbor. She's from Don Bosco.
Separated by one gate.
We don't really talk to each other.
So, right now, as we have the nutrition month, or are currently in the nutrition month, let's talk about health. Or rather specifically, unhealthy habits.
I guess that's our topic for today, yeah.
Yes. When we are in our childhood, the normal notion for health is usually just the physical health, right? Like eat properly, eat healthy, exercise and stuff like that. But in this podcast, we can also discuss about other aspects like mental health, financial health, spiritual health, emotional health. But rather than talking about the good stuff, let's talk about the bad stuff.
Ooh.
So that we can preserve the good, right?
Okay, let's go with the bad stuff. Before we can categorize them as bad or good, let us define habits first. So habit is...
It's something that you repeatedly do, right?
Yeah.
in a set amount of time.
In a set amount of time. So, is it something that you like to do?
Of course, because why would you keep doing it if... Wait.
But why? How come there are
Yeah, correct.
bad habits? So does that mean that you like doing the bad stuff? Because having habits is doing something you like to do.
But yes, you might like it because bad habits can give us some sort of like dopamine energy.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective, it's bad. But we can gain something from it, that's why we keep on doing it.
So what are some of our unhealthy habits?
When I was talking to Muffet earlier about the topic, she said that she didn't have any unhealthy habits. So okay, she's perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes habits are something we do unconsciously and people notice it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, of course.
it's something that you do, but it's like you don't see it.
Yeah. Like an annoying habit would be, or like a bad habit will be biting your nail.
Or fidgeting.
Fidgeting, is that bad?
I'm not sure if it's bad, but I do know that it's kind of a thing that people with OCD.
Some sort of a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism, something that helps them calm down. Like me, I also fidget.
You fidget?
Yeah, I fidget. So I have this comb that's shaped like a.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you always bring your brush or like
It's
something
a
to do with your hair.
2-in-1 comb that has a brush and a normal comb, and then I fidget with it. And anything I can find, I fidget. So if there are labels or anything, I'll take them off, or I'll make airplanes with them. I just fidget with anything. It's something that helps me concentrate sometimes. I'm not sure if it's unhealthy though.
I think it's not.
It's not. It's just something you want to do to pass the
Unless
time.
if you're breaking things because of that habit.
Breaking what?
Breaking things.
I know. Breaking things is like rage na.
Then what else do we have? We have stress eating.
Oh my gosh.
I'm also guilty of that.
One of the things I eat when I stress eat is chocolate, and I end up getting acne breakouts.
Do you have some sort of, is it a dairy reaction?
Yeah, I think it's a dairy reaction, or if our daily visitor, or no, our monthly visitor comes.
Yeah, I also have that.
Also causes of stress.
So back in college, when I was able to tolerate spicy food, whenever I was mad, I would eat really spicy food, and then after that, my stomach would feel the acid working its way. So yeah, it's sort of unhealthy. Yeah. How about you, Muff? Do you stress eat?
Of course I do, because I'm always stressed.
So dramatic.
What's your type of food?
I haven't been that stressed recently, so I wasn't stress eating for a few months. But like, you know, mga 2018, 2017, those were our hell years.
Depths of hell.
Yeah, here in SOPHI.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
And that's the tea.
Yeah, so we stress eat a lot. Like, I remember you telling me that your favorite stress reliever was ramyeon.
Yeah, ramen.
Ramyeon, it still is now.
No, I don't eat it that much anymore. It's not that accessible to me.
Yeah, but I think I also like to eat like soupy things, soupy dishes, because it will calm your soul.
But it's not so much stress eating. So I think personally I've experienced this because, as you know, before I was really, really fat. I would eat non-stop. If I had like a bag of chips, ice cream, and chocolates in front of me, I can finish everything in one go. And I have this love and hate relationship with food right now, because Moffat knows that I can't share my food. When I know something is mine, especially when it's food, and then someone asks from me, I'm like, okay.
But that was before. You've had some character development these days.
Character development, yeah, but before it would really bug me, and it would hurt me, and it would stress me out more, because people would get my food or ask for it, but I don't want to give it to them.
It's like,
I think
Dayan,
that's
do you
bad.
want to share?
Yeah, Dayan, do you wanna share? And then I'm like, okay, but I'm not really that willing to share my food. So yeah, it's not really stress eating, but it's a bad habit.
But
It's an unhealthy
is that
habit.
really a habit?
I'm not sure if it's a habit. But on the other side of the coin is, I tend to ask for food a lot from other people, because
So that's your bad habit.
yeah, I ask food from people, but then I don't want to share my food.
Yeah, you're so selfish, Yan.
Yeah, that's why I was really fat. Right now, I kind of worked on it, and I share now.
Yeah, character development.
Yeah, and we've been exercising lately too. Like
Yeah.
you've been going out on bike rides, and
Yeah, bike rides.
ever
and-
since MECQ started, we stopped playing badminton.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking of doing bike rides. I need to fix my bike too.
Yeah, go at the ends.
It's kind of when I started exercising, that's when I let go of my bad habit of not sharing food. Because in my mind, I would think that if I have to eat everything, if I will eat everything, I would have to sweat it out, and then kapoy. It's tiring to work out, but then working out really is helpful.
Yeah, you just have to choose your hard.
Choose your hard. Like Muffet's hard is Zumba.
Zumba or getting sad. Ano?
Huh? Good thing said.
Getting sad because like you're not moving your body. Yeah. So it's like choose your heart. So do you want to No, like do you want to not exercise because you're lazy or you're tired, but you also feel sad because you're not moving your body? Or do you want to do Zumba? That's hard because you're gonna put in much effort. So choose which hard.
Okay, I get it. I get it, yeah.
Character development.
So it seems like you've already overcome your bad habit in some way of of sharing your food to other people.
I can't say that I've let go of the bad feelings when I share the food, but I share the food.
Yeah.
I already share the food. Sometimes in my mind, when I have really a delicious food in front of me, I tell myself I can't finish it. I know I can't finish it. I would give it to other people or offer it. So that's my way of controlling my food intake as well.
Okay. So you're also weighing the benefit you will receive.
Yeah, because it's a win-win situation because you get to share food, you make other people happy, and you make your stomach happy also by just intaking the right amount of food.
Oh, we're already discussing how to break bad habit.
Yeah, breaking the bad habit.
You mentioned nutritious food. Before, when I was a kid, I never really eat nutritious food. That's my bad habit before.
Are we talking about vegetables and fruit?
Yeah,
Just that?
yeah. I used to like sit on the table with veggies on my plate and not eat veggies. And then my mom's like a nutritionist, dietitian, and she'd get
Whoa.
mad at me.
You just push them to the side of the plate.
Push them on the side. And then after years, siguro, I realized that it's bad not eating good food, you know.
Yeah, true. Because you also experience some physical manifestations.
Yeah, like bad skin, bad hair.
If you always eat meat and then rice and meat, carbs and meat, you would feel really, really heavy.
Yeah, true.
Moving
Bloated.
for you would be double effort. This is I am speaking from experience because I was a couch potato before.
Choose your hard.
Sure, hard na naman. Okay. So, what other unhealthy habits can we think of?
Drinking inappropriate amounts of coffee every day. I used to do that. Oh.
I don't drink coffee.
Muffet would drink coffee in the morning and then after during lunch. After taking her lunch and then another cup of coffee in the afternoon. And then when she goes home, she tells me she still drinks coffee.
Can you even sleep? After?
Yeah, I can because my body is already immune to caffeine. So it doesn't really have that much effect on me. But good thing, I am now caffeine free.
She stopped drinking.
Almost a year.
She stopped drinking because she had this allergy around her lips, and whenever she would drink coffee, it would turn red and inflame really hard.
Yeah, so that's why it really took a toll on my health. But I still miss coffee.
Yeah.
But choose your heart, you know. Have allergic reactions or
Drink coffee.
drink coffee.
Since when did this
I
drinking up?
realized it like last year, like late last year.
Late last year, yes. She had all sorts of allergies to all kinds of stuff like beans.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, she can't even eat a lot of chocolate.
See, you can break a bad habit if it now involves your health.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Like I heard a saying, not really saying, but a statement from someone else that in order for you to break a bad habit or learn a good habit, you have to make sure that it is connected to you emotionally. Like you have an immense emotional attachment to it. So make sure your amygdala is lit so that
Spell amygdala mo.
next please. But you should have an emotional attachment to it so that you can break a bad habit or develop a new good habit. So when it involves health, it will shake you to your core.
Yeah. That's right. Because I remember my turning point when I decided to really seriously lose weight was when our past manager Michelle was randomly taking our blood pressure.
Yeah.
And then my blood pressure was, according to her, boundary for high blood already. I'm like, oh my gosh, high blood runs in my family. And then I get that kind of wake up call, and then so I decided to lose
Change
weight.
your lifestyle.
In my case, mine was acne. I had bad acne when I was 18. When I turned 18, I had really bad acne, and that was the result from my eating of chocolates, junk junk food. Not junk like literally junk, but like junk food. And not eating like healthy foods like veggies and fruits. I'm still having a hard time eating fruits, but my mom's been like pressuring me to eat fruits at least once a day.
I think the reason why when we were younger, the reason why we didn't really put an emphasis on this eating healthy stuff when we were younger is because it didn't manifest yet. It didn't show. We were still active even if we ate sugar out of the spoon. We were fine, but now when we do that, we feel dizzy.
The accumulations of our bad habits have now manifested in our older years.
Older years, quote unquote. Oh my god.
Feel old yet? Yeah, and another bad habit is overthinking.
Did we just jump to mental health all of a sudden?
It's what most girls do.
So this is a girl problem, no?
Yeah, everyone can attest to it in this room.
It's not a girl problem. It's everyone's problem.
To be sexist, I just said that because most girls do overthink, right?
Dayan, do you overthink?
Yes, of course I do.
Ate Ins, do you overthink?
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
Moffat is the president of overthinkers, everyone. Because she calculates stuff beyond the universe. She has higher thinking. Right, Mom?
Is that overthinking?
Yeah, you analyze people based on zodiac.
We're back to it
It's
again.
not overthinking anymore because it'll come naturally. Ooh.
Okay, so why is overthinking, or how can you measure when you are already overthinking? From just contemplating, or simply you're contemplating on a topic, when does it become overthinking?
I think it becomes overthinking when there is anxiety, there's guilt, there's regret present in that state. Because you can just think of something and then like that's it. and then you move on with your life. You don't feel, and it's not bad, but overthinking is bad because there is anxiety in it.
Can you take us to a thought process on how it develops to overthinking?
Oh my god, but let's do it.
Go, you can do it.
Give me a situation, okay?
When you're already in riding the bus to work and then you're thinking about stuff you left at home.
Okay. So you think about those things, right? So you know the things that you left or the things that you didn't do, and then it becomes bad because you keep on repeating it, and then you keep on beating yourself up to it, like, why did I leave my stuff? Why did I not do these things? So that's bad because thinking about the past and then thinking about the past is alright, but thinking about the past and then feeling regret or feeling guilty or like beating yourself up to it, that's a bad thing, and that's a bad habit. Because sometimes I do that, like, I wish I did that before coming here, and then that will be running around on my head. So that's a bad habit. I mean, do you experience something like that, right?
So let's dissect it. You identify what you did. For example, you didn't unplug the rice cooker. Okay, so when you're thinking about that and on the bus, what's the next thought? What do you mean? Oh,
yeah, that's the next thought.
I didn't say make noises. Sige, Ins. This is a test, Ins. I'm the shrink here.
Hey, Yan. Your next thought for that is grr. You do that, Yan. You do that.
Okay. Let's go back to the main topic here. Ins, once you've identified the problem, what's the next thought that comes into your mind?
Like for that.
Yeah, the rice cooker. That certain example.
I would, knowing me, I'm this silent person, and in my head I'd be like, bleep. There you go. Sorry. So yeah, I guess.
So we're all just reacting. In my mind, I would like, look, what if it catches fire?
Wait, girl, you have to react first.
Yeah, I reacted. So after, okay, so identifying the problem, reacting, grr, and then next would be, oh my gosh, fire! It's gonna eat our whole house and something like that, and then it's gonna run around my head the whole bus ride.
Yeah, that's gonna happen for like 5 milliseconds each, and then you call. And then what I usually do if that happened to me, I would probably call the house and like ask if someone's there, or like anyone who's there to like check if it's on, or at least it's on, or if it's not on fire. And I guess that's how you can solve it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it becomes a bad habit, or like if you still beat yourself after all those things, you already found a solution, but you
so it's already done, and then you're like, oh, why am I so clumsy? Why am I so clumsy? Why didn't I turn it off?
Yeah, correct. That's right. Why didn't I recheck?
And this is even for the problems or the topics or issues that we can fix right away. What about topics that we can't fix right away? Have you ever experienced wherein you're driving your car or riding something, and then you see a vendor of fruit, and then somehow in between thinking about that vendor, you develop into thinking about global warming? It's a chain thought, right? Have you experienced this?
I think so at some point.
Yeah, because the vendor, I will take you through what goes around my head when I see a vendor, a fruit vendor, let's see. I'm gonna say, it's not really, the vendor is having a hard time because our economy is down because of COVID. because our country can't handle the COVID problem properly, and the COVID problem developed because maybe some nationalities developed the virus to kill human beings so that the earth will not be populated, so, to a point wherein global warming will rapidly increase and then we will all die. So that's an example of an unhealthy habit, that's overthinking. So you make mountains out of molehills that you saw.
Yeah. It only not applies to anything you do after, like a thought, like in your example, Yan, it's the rice cooker, and your guilt comes after, and then you overthink, and then it not only applies to that, it also applies to not the past, but like what you say or before you say. Yeah, like you're thinking of something to say to this person, and then before that you think of stuff like, what if I approach her this way, or if I approach her that way?
What if she will get offended?
Yeah, if she gets offended from what I say, or like, and then you end up not saying.
Yeah, after you said something and then you're also gonna say na, was that okay?
And then you end up saying hi.
Oh my gosh, I remember Roxy. So we have this friend wherein when she would get upset about an email and then compose her reply, she would type really hard and then sometimes send the email without reviewing it, and then afterwards turn to me and Muffet and would ask, "Hello, can you read my email? Was that okay? And then, was I rude? Did I seem something?" So yeah, she's kind of a cute klutz. She overthinks. But the problem is she overthinks after. She sends the email. She doesn't overthink before she sends the email. I'm sure we all have emails that are in our drafts that were never sent.
Yes. Yes, and then we end up saying, okay, this is noted.
Oh my god.
Copy.
It's a shade.
So yeah, that's overthinking to you guys.
So overthinking. So grabe, Muffet jump from eating healthy to overthinking.
Yeah, or drinking coffee.
Yeah, drinking coffee.
Oh, let's tackle too much screen time.
Too much screen time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the era of digitalization, everyone looks at screens, right?
Or
Even our parents.
it's already part of our lives.
It has consumed us in this age.
How many times do you check your phone in a day?
Countless. I check it countless because
In an hour?
in an hour.
We have our analytics here ready.
You have analytics there?
Yeah, the screen time.
Ah, the phone, yeah.
But yeah, I also do that so I can track myself.
Because the phone really, we're talking about gadgets, no? Gadgets. So the phone has a
Even
lot
TV.
of applications. Yeah, I'm just talking about what we normally bring around with us, the phone. The phone has time. It can record a video, record your voice. You can send text messages. So technically, it's an all-in-one device. Unlike before when we still have watches where we look at the time. So I technically
Still have
check my
watches?
phone for the time. The watch is normally for display. We don't use it anymore. So what are bad effects of screen time?
Radiation.
If you look at your screen while lying down, it destroys your eyes. That's why I have glasses.
Tyrant.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember the old TVs before when there was this screen. That
Screen
was covered-
protector.
Screen protector. Is it screen protector?
I think so.
It's something that
It's called a screen protector.
you put
TV style.
On top of
on top, not on top. You put
front of it.
in front of the screen of the TV before. Oh my gosh. And then you hook it sa back.
Oh.
Oh, we're old. So yeah, radiation. What else? You can't be in the present. Yeah, that also tackles an unhealthy habit of the fear of missing out.
Ooh, yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO. That's related to too much social media, not just like screen time per se.
Yeah.
Or
Social
like
media
playing
in
video
general.
games. You tend to be indoors than outdoors.
Yeah. So I think an unhealthy amount of screen time would be the entire day.
Yeah, from the moment you wake up, you get your phone.
I have actually tried that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like when we have our holidays off, or when it's when it's we don't have any engagements in the day, so all you do is like wake up, get your phone. Sometimes I wake up around 6 and then officially get up around 10.
So getting up at 6 means you fidget.
Yeah, so usually I was on my phone the whole time. And sometimes you forget to eat, which is super unhealthy. No, I haven't tried that, but some people probably.
I think Moffat has overcome this or found a solution. Can you share with us your experience, Moffat?
Screen time and social media. So for the past 2 months, I've significantly reduced my screen time and social media time because I've installed an app called, I forgot the app, but but it's an app blocker. So you time it. For example, Facebook, you're just gonna give yourself an hour per day. Otherwise, you will suffer. Joke. I'm sorry, I had to do that. So for example, Facebook, I have my Facebook set at like an hour per day. An hour or less than an hour. And then the app blocker will block it or send a notification to me that, oh my gosh, it's already 1 hour. It's like that. Except for YouTube. Yeah, because I really love watching videos.
So technically, you're still getting screen time.
I'm still getting screen time because I don't think we can entirely eradicate screen time in our lives. Yeah, but I have reduced it significantly, my screen time. Other than that, usually on weekends, I would like to have quote unquote no screen Saturdays or no screen Sundays.
Yeah, she does that. That's why when you chat her on a weekend, you won't get a reply until the next day.
In the evening.
She goes off the grid.
For me, it's usually TikTok that took most of my time before. But I stopped my notifications from showing up. So I guess that kind of reduced my screen time for TikTok as well. But just for TikTok. And then sometimes I sign out of my Facebook para I won't get notifications.
Oh yeah, that's effective because
I can't deactivate my
that's
Facebook
effective,
anymore.
signing out of your social media accounts because you're gonna get lazy.
Or you can just turn off the notifications.
Yeah, I do that, turn off notifications. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but TikTok has this, I don't know, some sort of hypnotizing effect that you can't stop going to the next.
It does.
It's because it's only
It does.
60 seconds, like 15 to 60 seconds, and our usual time, attention time span is only 60 seconds, and then we're gonna get another content again, so we're gonna stay. So that's how they lure us in and make us stay, giving us different content in every 60 seconds.
The fear of missing out, ba? Can we talk about this? I don't know if you experience this, but I also experience FOMO.
Yeah, I experienced FOMO.
No, but I think you let go of FOMO more often than I do, ma. Because you can like go on natin or like that happened there. You're just like that. I'm like, why don't you know this?
I'm very probably selective of the things that I care about.
Is it because of your introvertness?
Ooh.
I'm also an introvert, and
But
I guess
updated.
I can also relate in terms of kanang selectiveness. I can be selective in terms of the people I hang out with.
Yeah, probably because my circle of concern is just small.
I think I think I'm not selective. I think I consume anything that's random in the internet.
You don't filter it?
I filter it. There are people
You consume and then you filter.
there were pages and people that I've unfollowed because their content is not really relevant to me. So yeah, it's something that I do for my own health.
Fear of missing out is also like when your barkada is coming up with some plans.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm not available at that time, but I wanna go because I'm scared if I'm gonna miss out on something fun.
Yeah.
And so that's really bad. So you really have to prioritize things. But that fear can destroy your priorities.
Which leads us back to overthinking.
Yes.
When your friend invites you for an occasion and then you're like, oh, but there's the coronavirus. But I also want to join in the fun with my friends and chica.
Fear of missing out is very rampant in teenagers.
Yes. Because if you're not updated, you're like, huh? You're not cool.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us. You don't know what's happening.
You're not in the in thing.
Oh, you weren't there? Oh, he was there. Oh.
And then, so there's this joke. Oh, but you had to be there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what else?
Sleeping late.
Ooh, Muffet
We
can
have
relate.
one. I can also relate.
Ooh, Ina can also relate.
It also ties up with our other point here, which is procrastinating.
Yeah.
A part of sleeping late.
Do you sleep late at the inns, like even up to this day?
I do. I still do.
Yeah, she comes in late.
So like around what time?
My latest would probably 12 or 1 a.m.
Muffet used to sleep around 2 a.m. before.
Oh my gosh, not 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. You
What?
told me that. You told me that.
1-ish.
I sleep mga 1 or 2. Latest 2. I'm like, what? When I can't sleep during at that hour, I would panic na.
Correct. I was in that phase like, oh my gosh, you guys sleep on the current day?
She sleeps on the next day and wakes up on the next day.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was really bad. That's why I bloated. Yeah.
But is it because you can't sleep at all or you choose not to sleep?
Probably because of coffee.
Oh yeah, she was a coffee drinker before. Okay, so her
And
bad
then
habits were massive.
I forgot what it was called, but Miss Chloe mentioned it like in her story, like because you were so busy the whole day. At the end of the day, you tried to make up for the time that you spent with others.
That makes
So,
sense. Mm-hmm.
What do you call that? I forgot the term.
Does it start with an A?
I
R,
don't know.
I forgot.
But it's like the nighttime is going to be all about you.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why it will take you around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. to sleep because you want to make time for yourself, make up for the lost time because you were so busy during the day. I
It's
forgot
kind of
that
like
term.
a coping time.
Probably, yeah. Because I really like the night hours because it's just so peaceful.
It is like, it's like you hear crickets outside your window. It's like white noise to you.
Do you live in the mountains in?
No, just in
and
the
then
city.
Everyone else in the house is sleeping. So it's your time.
Shine. so it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice, yeah.
But some people really can't sleep.
Overthinking. Yeah, that's why you can't.
So
Yeah, it all leads
didn't
back to
you know-
overthinking.
Haven't you noticed all the bad habits that we've talked about so far are interrelated?
Mm-hmm.
Bad habits lead to late nights.
Bad habits lead to late nights and then
Ooh.
Something.
There's also one here that says dwelling on past mistakes. It all goes back to overthinking.
Yes. Dwelling on past mistake. Can you talk about your mistakes, ma?
Ooh, M to M. Huh? M to M?
TMI. Too much info.
Many to mention.
Many to mention.
I really don't know some of the slang.
FOMO.
Hey, I didn't know about FOMO.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know about FOMO.
But yeah, dwelling on past mistakes. Gosh, like what you did during the day and what you're going to do the next day. So if you're very stressed with work, you can stay up late.
You know, something to fix the not sleeping late for me is to exercise. I think when you exhaust your body and it automatically shuts down during at night, you're more refreshed when you wake up in the morning.
But sometimes if you exercise after your shift or like during the nighttime, you get so energized.
Yeah, I also experienced that when you're still using up the adrenaline.
Yeah.
And then you can't sleep, so force yourself to sleep.
So we have one more habit in our list. We have ignoring financial health.
So fun fact, guys, Muffet is actually in the insurance industry as well. Okay, randomly, when did you guys realize that you need to think about your financial health?
It's a really difficult topic to.
I realized that I needed to take control of my financial health because at one point, like around last year or the other year, I kept on asking myself, where did my money go every payout? So it was really anxiety inducing that I didn't know where my money went. I didn't know where my money go. So I was like, that was my turning point. And it was also the time when I tried to expose myself more in the financial aspect of the internet. So I started to follow financial blogs, things related to finance, because you are what you consume.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be financially literate. So I started to change my social media feeds to incorporate that kind of person that I want to become. So I was consuming financial related contents. So, and then I realized that in order for me to start in my financial journey, I have to make a financial audit. And that's when a financial audit is like you evaluate your cash on hand, your income, your expenses, daily, monthly, weekly expenses, your receivables, your loans, your debts. So I also realized that I was at a negative net worth.
Oh, really?
Oh, back at that time. So I was like, oh my gosh, that was emotionally, what do you call that? Emotionally
Challenging.
It's like a ground shaking event.
Devastating.
So that's why I started my financial journey when I realized that, oh shoot, I was in a hole. Have you made a financial audit?
I think I didn't.
I haven't yet as well.
Yeah, because how will you know where you stand?
I think it's something that I fear.
I know, right?
I feel like I'm being judged.
But coming from, talking about our age. So after college, you're like thrown into the corporate world or get the job world. So by that time, you're still in a mindset of allowance.
Correct.
You're still in the allowance mindset. So what do we get? How do we get allowance? We get it either daily, weekly. So it always replenishes, right? So that's why when I entered my first job here, when I started my job here at SOPHI, I was like, I'm just gonna spend everything, spend.
Yeah,
because it's gonna replenish after 15
that's a
days.
normal mindset.
Replenish. And then after such time that you think, look, like what Muffet, where is my money? This is supposedly my money, and yet I'm spending it like it's not my money. Someone just gave it to me, like my dad, something like that.
So you're not taking much responsibility.
Yeah, I'm not taking much responsibility for my spending at all. So what opened my mind or my eyes in this issue is when I actually attempted also to become a financial advisor, but more that experience shaped me into thinking about how I spend rather than it shaping me to become a financial advisor. I didn't succeed in that
But you
area.
still got something from it.
Yeah, but you still get something from it though. You get financially literate. So you get to learn that because you're young, you are able to take in risk with your money. So what I did is when I was a financial advisor, I sold myself insurance. So I was the one who made my insurance policy that time, and then it was a very big step for me to realize that this is where I'm gonna work. This is what I'm going to work for. I'm not only going to work for the present, but I'm also going to take into account the future that I want. So I think having unhealthy financial habits is really something that you need to fix right away the moment you realize you have them. An unhealthy habit would be
Yeah, but the question is, when will you realize?
I think it depends on your threshold. The threshold that you have for yourself. For example, if your threshold is like 2 purchases a month, and then you've already purchased your third one, and that means you can purchase on the next. So it's control. Getting informed is the first thing you need to do, so that when you already have that information and you're faced with the problem, you know how to fix it. How about you, Ina?
Oh my gosh, I am judged now. I feel so judged, but yeah. Anyway, I actually realized that I need to recheck or relook into revisit my financial plans just a month ago, because I have been spending too much for my online stuff. I have been spending too much online.
I think we can't blame us or all of us, especially the fresh grads, in having unhealthy spending habits because we haven't taught financial literacy in high school, in college.
Yeah,
It's not in the school system.
It should be taught as early as high school for me. Because when you're in college, you're focusing na on your course, specialty. And a lot of times, financial literacy is not included in the curriculum.
It's not true.
Oh, even if we're business students, right? But it's
Just
not really.
had some seminars.
Seminars.
That's all. That's it. That's how they band-aid fix everything.
Budgeting is a skill.
It is a skill.
It's a human skill that is very essential. So
Yeah, we were not taught financial literacy when we were still in school. So that's why when we get out of that, when we graduate and we are now employed and we're now getting our own money, the first thing that we will do is spend because we've been deprived and we haven't been guided. So it's fine that for a year or two you get to choose yourself, pamper yourself because you're now receiving your own money.
But we're in our 5th year na lagi of choosing ourselves.
And now that's the time when you need to reevaluate. Yeah. It also matters when you surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
Like financially conscious people.
Earlier, me and Ate Jinky were just talking about 7-7. Should I cash? Should I go and check out? I was telling her check out.
I sit close to Jinky, so that's probably why I'm like spend.
We're not saying that Ate Jinky is a bad influence. Okay, so I think we've talked about enough topics for today.
Let's do a quick rundown of all the things we have.
We're talking about unhealthy habits. Let's break down how we can overcome them. I think the first one would be to identify the unhealthy habit, because realization is the most important thing.
You can identify a bad habit by how it makes you feel.
Yeah, and how it affects you.
How it affects you and the other people around you.
So the next is identify why we are doing the bad habit.
And what do you get from it? That you keep on repeating it, even if it's costing you a lot.
Ooh. So identification. The next is knowing the reason. The next step is
How?
it's the solution, knowing how to overcome it. So it's to get more information about the bad habit and how to overcome it. And then lastly, execution.
Wait, you cannot like eradicate a
you
bad
can
habit.
lessen.
Ultimately, you can lessen it or have an alternative, a good alternative. Like for example, you're always eating ice cream and you want to reduce your sugar intake for the day. So maybe you can get an ice cream that is vegan or something, or sugar-free ice cream or something. That's like the first step, or the tiny step you can do. Find an alternative, a good alternative.
So identifying it, knowing the reason why you're doing it, and finding an alternative that can somehow lessen the bad habit completely.
Until you completely
can
eradicate.
completely eradicate and overcome the bad habit.
I guess that's it.
I hope you guys learned a thing or two.
We're not really experts on anything we just said. We're just know-it-alls.
We're just speaking from experience.
Yeah.
You're not feel so exposed.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media. And if you have suggestions or topics you want us to talk about, just leave a comment or email us at marketing@sophi-inc.com.ph. We're also looking for volunteers. If you have the knack for talking, shoot us an email. See you guys next time. Bye.